Okay, let's do this. Bam. Okay. um. Hello everybody. And obviously we're in a different location. I am in a. I am temporarily here. So I've been trying to figure out how to. I've been trying to figure out for the last week or so how to record. Uh. I luckily I grabbed all my equipment, but I haven't really tried to record on a laptop really. I always do it from my desktop. So while I'm here, uh, I'm gonna try and record anyway. So we're gonna see how this goes. Hopefully everything works good because I've been testing it out. That's why I'm late on this upload because of that. But yeah. But anyway, we are finally going. We're finally doing this. This is interesting. I've been doing it in a different room completely, without my desktop, all my big equipment and everything. But it looks like I might actually be able to do this, based on the test anyway. It looks pretty good. Okay, so this is the Undoing episode 6, the final episode. I am assuming of the series, because I haven't heard anything about a season 2 or anything. It's called The Bloody Truth, and we're gonna find out what actually happened, I assume, based on the title. The last episode, if I'm not mistaken, I mean, I could be wrong, but it made it really look like it was the sun. That's what they're insinuating at this point. Oh my gosh. The idea that maybe the son has inherited his father's traits. They found out he was a psychopath in the last one. And a very creepy scene with that lady, I think, is from Happy Days. I don't know. She looks like that lady from Happy Days, with her eyes are really creepy. I think they wanted it to be so creepy for the scene. It was very effective. I had chills. It was spine tingling inducing. You know what I mean? That was really creepy. The idea that it's like you never knew this person at all. We just keep finding out more and more about Jonathan's life, and he's less and less like a human being, and more like Hannibal Lecter or something. He doesn't actually have emotions apparently, which means everything he does is a manipulation. And is that right? His mom wouldn't lie. That's straight up the truth. She has no reason to. She knows him better than anybody else, so she's telling us exactly what he is. He's never felt for his sister or anything. What the heck is all that then? How is one so good at manipulating like that? I mean, that's the sociopath ability or something. He is really good at it then, because he seemed like the most charismatic guy in the world, and turns out he's none of that. It's all an act. It's crazy. Damn. He fooled everybody. He knows how to grab at your heartstrings, that's why, and turns out none of that's real. What? Oh my gosh. I don't know what to think. So it looks more and more like he did it, right? But then, what about the kid? Because then they show the kid has the sculpting hammer in his bag. This whole time, that's why no one could find it. He's been lugging that thing around for the last, who knows how long, weeks or so that this trial has been going on. He's been lugging it around with him. That's nuts. Just carrying it around in his violin case too. Yeah, wasn't it his violin case? Something like that. No, it couldn't. I don't know, but he was putting it in some kind of case. Yeah, I'm sure there's a violin case or something. Cause he carries that violin everywhere he goes too. That's crazy. So he's been carrying it around with him this whole time, and she finally discovers it. Did he do it, or did he just find it? Cause I was just thinking maybe he didn't do it because they want us to think that, but they still got one. This whole episode is pretty long, so there's plenty of time to twist it up and change it up. The thing is, just like how I don't think that the father could have done it because he's too old to do that with that hammer. Isn't he kind of young? Isn't the boy kind of young to be able to? But I don't know. Maybe it doesn't look. It actually doesn't take like it takes that much strength to do it. I mean, you got to be kind of strong, but I mean, he's a kid, but he's strong enough to do something like that, I guess. But man, that's you got to really hate someone. But then again, now that we know what the father is like, it's very possible that he inherited his psychopathic traits, his sociopathic traits or whatever, and maybe he's just as unemotional. He doesn't feel anything either, and so he can just, kill someone like that, and it would make the most sense. That's crazy though. The only thing is, if he had the strength to be able to do that, bam, just smashing someone in the face like that. But other than that, he does fit every other trait. He wants his marriage to, he wants his parents to get together. He doesn't want his lady in their life anymore. I don't know. But that is, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they're gonna go with that or not. Is it him or is it him? I don't know yet. We're gonna find out in this episode. I still think. What about the lady he had an affair with? He said he had Jonathan said he had an affair with another lady, and we don't get to hear about that one. What is that about? That's gonna come back, right? It's gonna come out in this one. Everything's gonna come out in this one. There's a bunch of stuff. I feel like there's a lot to cover in this one episode. There's gonna be a bunch of twists, and I'm ready. Let's do this. Let's do it.
Murder is ugly business. Whatever you've heard, this one
Let's
is
do
worse
this.
than you think.
Jonathan never even said he was sorry.
One last time for the song.
Till sunbeams find you, sweet dream of me.
Yeah, it was a violin case. It was. It had to be. He dragged that thing everywhere with him. This whole time it's been in there then. What? So he just had the violin like hanging on the bag or what? I gotta hear what you gotta hear what he has to say about this.
You need to talk
Boy.
to me.
Yeah, what's going on?
When?
How do you
Just
find it?
after we got there.
Wow, this was in the beginning of the show. Oh shit.
Why? Why didn't you tell me? Because he killed her.
When?
Just after we got to the beach house.
And you ran it through the dishwasher.
Twice.
Fuck.
Okay.
Look,
Nobody talk.
wait a minute.
I said
Henry.
nobody talk. Should this hammer come to light, it is game over. It is my advice that you do not turn it over.
Are you kidding me?
Franklin, you hired me to defend your son-in-law.
What does he have to say to that?
Could it be?
Could it be him? Oh shit. He gonna suggest it.
That's the only other explanation, Grace. Hiding it. He was hiding it for 3 months.
It's been 3 months. Oh man.
Why'd he put it through a dishwasher?
To protect you, he believes you did it.
Everyone assumes they know their own kid.
Are you
Maybe they
Are
don't.
you actually accusing our son?
No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm just.
I need you to leave.
I'm sorry.
Fuck you.
Don't talk to me like that.
You're accusing me of doing this.
I'm not.
I heard.
I'm not.
I fucking heard you!
No. I'm under siege, Hen. I'm under siege. Everyone seems to think I did this thing and I didn't.
You blamed me.
Man, that's not the real dad. I promise you this. If I survive this ordeal, and I fucking well will, and you and I will go on the much advertised road trip. Duh. Yeah? Come here. I love you. I love you.
He's
They're
on.
awful.
He's on the stand.
I lied to my wife, which makes me
Is she gonna play any other bigger part, or is that she just supporting?
I was
the guy?
unfaithful, which makes me cheat.
So what is her part in all this? Still, she hasn't really done anything in the whole show yet. Her part is coming. They keep showing her, you know.
Will you come for a walk with me? You and I need
Well,
you to do
what?
something for me.
What's going on?
At this time, the defense would like to call
What?
Miguel Alves.
Your Honor,
Whoa.
He's on the witness list, yours in fact.
this witness was never included on our pre-trial.
He's on your list, and he's here, I suspect, as a prop. Could have been that you slept the whole night through from around 9 to around 6:30. right?
I guess.
Did they ever yell at each other when they
I remember
got
when
upset?
she flinched in the bed. The bed. What was that about?
Sometimes.
Did you ever tell anyone that it was really scary when your mom and dad fought?
I told my teachers.
You okay? Yeah, I'm fine. And you?
Hey.
Oh boy.
You people are fucking vile.
Mr. Owens, you cannot be here.
You should be ashamed.
Don't make me call security.
Come on.
Let's go.
That's just gonna make him look even worse.
You okay?
No, it's good. I like where we are.
Really? Who's Mendoza?
What about me? You've always said I'm the most reliable narrator. I'm.
What?
You
You
said
called her
the
that?
jury will
Oh,
relate
that.
to me.
But what is your truth?
I don't believe you could have done this. I'll say that. I'm willing to say that.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know if it's he's doing it or not.
May I call you Grace?
Yes,
You're a doctor.
I am.
So
I
far, so
have a
good.
PhD in psychology that I got from Harvard. I've been able to intimately observe who and what he is. I've never, ever observed Jonathan to be violent.
She's like, yes. Oh boy, here we go. Oh man. Of course they have the phone call.
He's a fugitive. I was terrified in the moment. And
You
I
know
was...
his family?
Oh no.
His family. His
I was gonna say,
mom, his dad.
how come they never
you know
talked to them? Oh no, they
Not well.
did.
was 14. He was
Oh boy.
babysitting his 4-year-old sister.
And what did she tell you?
Objection, hearsay.
Declaration against interest.
If they
She said
no.
that he suffered no trauma.
How did they
Isn't
know
that
that?
correct?
How did they know that?
Objection, this is hearsay.
It's a declaration against interest. She said knows the defendant to be a person of empathy. When she has reason.
Your Honor.
The objection is noted and overruled.
Doesn't know how to suffer.
She said that to that patient in the
That's a
beginning.
real phenomenon.
I know who and what I married.
Your Honor, I move for a mistrial. This is hearsay. It's prejudicial beyond the pale.
Oh, she just kind of subbed it up for the defense and silver platter after that. Huh.
I so love you, Grace.
Grace?
She fucked us. She fucked us.
And you lost her. Because you didn't get rid of the fucking hammer.
Should just left it as it was. Oh boy.
She took him down on purpose.
What'd you want her to do? Could always have turned over the hammer.
Oh, whoa, wait.
That would have taken you down.
Oh, so that was on
Reardon.
purpose? I
Hello,
missed that.
juvenile hall.
No, wow, really? Oh, was this right after the dinner? Oh yeah, it had to be. That's right. But it's still going.
Where's Jonathan? He's not here.
Son of a bitch. I warned him.
Henry didn't show up at school.
Didn't show up at school.
For the fun.
Thanks.
With my hands on myself, that one. What have we here? Eye peepers, brain box, and wibbly wobbly woos.
Did that hurt, darling? Did it?
I just left you.
You need to pull over and let me out.
They're Ipswich clams as well, which means they're big fat bastards, as any self-respecting
Dad,
clam should be.
Jesus.
So why don't we just do this? See, that can happen. That can happen. We can just lose ourselves sometimes. We lose ourselves.
This is confession.
But it doesn't undo who we are in our entirety. You should know that. So they're gonna say that this is my legacy, and they can go fuck themselves because, sorry, see, my legacy is you. And my patience and your mum.
Yep, you did it. Whoa.
Really? Yeah?
Oh. Damn.
What does that remind you of?
Dad. The light is red, Dad.
You can't go through. You can't go through. Stop!
I love you.
Henry, stop! Stop! Look at me! Jonathan, no! Henry! Jonathan! No!
Sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Grace, come here. Come here. Give me a hug. Grace? Grace! Henry! Grace!
That's how it ends? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That was Undoing episode 6. The bloody truth. They put that British spin on it. Oh, it was so heartbreaking. That's the word I use. Heartbreaking, cause I don't know. I don't know if my idiot for it or what, but I really was hoping that it was gonna be some freaking twist. The dad did it, or freaking Sylvia or whatever. I mean, she's in it so much, but Sylvia really wasn't really a part of it. She was just kind of there as a best friend, but she didn't do anything. Nobody did anything. It was actually him the whole time. That's the twist in this one. It's exactly who you thought it was. But oh my gosh, he was so good. Everybody was good, but he was Jonathan. Freaking Hugh Grant is so good that you just wanted to believe it was real. That he wasn't what he was saying. What everyone was saying he was. Because you want to be the one who said, everybody said he was this, and I said he wasn't, and I stood by him no matter what, and I was right, stuff like that, But no, he's crazy. But it's more complicated than that. His character is so. It was like a dichotomy, He was of two minds and whatnot. There was the part of him who couldn't let go of Elena, and then killed her out of a freaking anger at whatever. He does have the potential for anger, or whatever. He just kind of snapped, and he needed her out of his life. And I think he knew that he wouldn't be able to walk away either. So the only thing he could do is freaking take her out, like erase her. I think that, he had to kind of. I think he had to erase her from his life. That's why he destroyed her face, because he couldn't. As long as she was still alive, looking like that, he couldn't stay away from her. He had to get rid of that. He had to remove that from. He had to get that out of his life. Literally smash it to pieces in order to be free of it. But then, of course, he can't take it back anymore. She can never come back, and he can never come back from it either. Oh man, I just feel like he still has his daughter too. They got me going there for a second. That what if Henry did it, or was it the wife? Or this whole thing, because the wife had been doing all these. I guess the whole imagery thing was just her way of being able to piece it together. She imagined all these things in her head, but not necessarily what actually happened. But it turned out it is what happened. And her walking around was nothing but a red herring. She just was walking around. And the only person who insinuated it, that it might have been something more, was him. After all, he was trying to find a way around it. Man, he just lied the whole movie to everybody. And you could tell I don't know how sociopath works, but I thought there was like no emotion and whatnot. But it looks like his family meant a lot to him. He did care about that, his legacy with the hospital and all that. And he was trying to preserve it in some way, I think. If he could get away with this, if he could lie his way out of it, like he lied his way into it, he could somehow make this okay. Like somehow just lying about it would make it. his son never has to know the other side of him, and he'd be okay with that. He could have buried that forever and never talked about it again. He would have been fine with it. That's how crazy he was. But it showed that he really did care about them, you know. It's crazy. It's crazy that he was gonna jump off the bridge, and she's running up to him and saying, "No." Oh, I get it. I think he thought she was talking about him. You know, don't jump. But she was talking about, no, don't do whatever you're gonna do to our son. And that's what got him to come down. But that's ultimately what takes him out. I thought for a second that the wife, the Grace, that she got caught in that, you know, when she up on the stand, she got caught, but actually she knew they were gonna bring all that stuff up. And I get it. She told Sylvia to give that information about the mom. She told Sylvia to give it to the lady, to give it to the freaking lawyer. And then that's why she had the information, so she basically set them up by going on the stage, because she was stuck in the case. So how can she sell the case, right? How can she go against what she's already been applied to or whatever? And that was her way of doing it. She goes on the stage and she used the information that Sylvia gave the lady. Oh, I just figured that out right now. I was a little confused, but I got it. And she used that information and let the defense or the prosecution go at her, and she took him down with it, because at that point she knew he had done it already. Especially with the whole sociopathic thing, she knew who it was. There was no doubt about it. And the son apparently had known this whole time too. It's so sad. You want to believe, you know, you wanted to believe. He was so charming. He was so good at making you think he wasn't the one, but he did it. He did it. That sucks. He was so good. And you see it in his face, though. In the whole car ride, I still don't want to believe it was him. But look at his face, you know, the confession in his eyes. He never admits to it, though. He never admits to it. Not really. The son says, you killed a person. Right to his face in the car. And he says, not the real me. Because he wants to believe that is not who he is. He doesn't want to see himself as a monster. And more importantly, he don't want his kid and his wife to see him that way. If he can't get to his wife, then he got to get to his son. His son is it's so important to him that his son admires him and looks up to him. And he kind of just, in his desperation, I don't believe he'd ever hurt his son, you know, but you don't know if it came to it. I don't know. But he just was so desperate at that point. And he needed to do something. He just wanted to do something with the son. He wasn't really thinking clearly already. He would just do whatever he could to make it last a little bit longer, because he knew he was going to jail already. I think that, no. I mean, he's actually governed by emotion. Kind of, I don't know. He's trapped in this thing. I mean, he's kind of he's actually led around by his emotions, though, because Elena took him away, and then his wife brought him back in the bridge thing. You know what I mean? He kind of, the people he loves in his life kind of determine his emotions. He kind of makes him do. They kind of lead him everywhere he goes, really, in a way like he doesn't have any control of his life or something. So did he ever really love her? Did he love her? I don't know. I don't know how that works. Because he apparently didn't give a shit about his sister in really. Did he even care about them? Or is he just fighting for his own legacy, thinking he does, you know? Does he really... that question is not something the story is really focusing on. I don't think so. But I think it's a good question. There could be a whole different movie right there about that. Which is, can a sociopath love? Can a sociopath love his kid? Can he have a relationship, or is it all about them? You know, they're not able to. I'm not really sure how sociopaths work. I know it's not just no emotion. That's not what it is, but it's like seems, at least based on this, it seems as though you can convince yourself of anything. and you can lie like it's no tomorrow because you got no problem. You don't have, like you said, lack of empathy, and you don't feel any guilt. So there's no reason for you not to lie about everything. You kind of manipulate people that way because you take the guilt and grief out of things, and you don't mind lying to people if it gets what you need. I mean, damn, he's a good liar. Then he makes people believe it because he has no guilt. Lying to him probably comes easily because he can convince himself that what he's saying is true. I think that's crazy. That's the kind of person that can pass a polygraph test because they can literally. That's how you do that. You pass it by believing that you are telling the truth. Somehow you can do that to yourself. I don't know, but there's so many ways to convince yourself, right? He manipulated himself actually in that way. But at the end there, it was the last thing he wanted was for his son to, What he could have done though is go to jail for it, and I think that at least like someone saying, you're making it worse, right? We can, I mean, you can't. I don't know how you fix that right now, but you don't fix it by doing what you did because it almost like you were gonna throw your son over the bridge or something. I don't know, something reckless, right? Which he already did by taking him to the light and everything. So you had to do. I mean, he should have just. There's no choice. Just get arrested. Try to fix it from that if you can, but they're never gonna see you the same way again, unfortunately. As much as you want to believe, but it's not gonna happen. This whole final had to be like because I think if anyone was like me, man, we really wanted to believe he was innocent this whole time. The whole series was about that. So, in order to ruin that image of him, you gotta show him doing some despicable things, right? You see him kill her, Elena. You see him steal his son away. You see him running red lights, almost in danger. Almost got the kid killed several times on the road. Ran into the recklessly driving on the other side of the road. You know what I mean? You had to watch him just burn his legacy down. Any goodwill he had left was destroyed in that trip, his little road trip down that road. Oh, and it's so crazy because he started out he's like the best guy, such a great character and so full of life and such a funny dude. Everyone loved him and everything, and it's all gone. I think they could have came back if she was willing to go this far for him for this murder case before she found out about the sociopathic thing, she was still with him. I think that says that they could have gone past a infidelity. Oh, we didn't get to find out who the other infidelity was either. Damn it, I wanted to know what that was. That there was supposed to be like another one. So he's done this several times before, or at least once more before. It's just like the father, in that sense. That the father just didn't kill anybody. It wasn't a sociopath. I think that if he hadn't killed her and had come clean about that part, right, that they could have gone over it. The problem was, I don't think he didn't think he could actually get away from Elena either. That's why he was trapped in this thing. Because I think he actually did like it too much, And he didn't. I don't think he actually loved her then. Like the lady said, that's true. If he loved her, why didn't he run to her? No, he ran away. The first thing he thought about was himself. If you love someone, like you're not even thinking about yourself, right? You're thinking about them, and they're dead and everything, and you wouldn't be able to think clearly. But he had a plan. It looks like he ran off as soon as he saw that. Oh no, because he did it. No, he did it. He killed her. He went back home and made love to his wife in the bed like it was nothing. That's another thing, right? How do you do that? That should have been the giveaway already. That even if he didn't do it, he sees the dead body, comes home, sleeps with his wife. The first thing he does, what the hell? Like some kind of comfort thing after whatever you saw. That's ridiculous. You wouldn't be able to think about anything like that. You wouldn't want anything right now. You don't want to eat. You don't want to do anything like that. But that's what he did. And then the next day he goes and puts his clothes in the laundry, and then went to the beach house. He had a plan set up because he could think clearly because he didn't give a shit. Not really. He can make himself believe he does, but in his mind, when desperation takes over, he's thinking very clearly because he doesn't actually care. Anyway, that was freaking Undoing, man. It was amazing. I mean, it was a nice quick piece too. It was only 6 episodes. But very awesome, man. This makes me want to go see. I really like John. I really like John. Well, I like Jonathan. I really liked Hugh Grant in this role. I haven't seen Hugh Grant much at all, but I really liked him in this thing. I wouldn't mind watching more of him now. After seeing this, he's really good. Frightfully good. I like to see him in a good role as well, though. But he makes a very juicy, crazy-ass sociopathic villain, for sure. And if the sociopath looked like him, they could probably get away with anything. So that is Undoing, episode 6. This is the final for this season. I'm assuming this is not going to continue. That is a one-time tell story. His son's going to have some major trauma to deal with. At the end of all this, yeah, Grace will help him through it. As a psychologist, they will figure it out. Let's hope the son doesn't. I don't think the son is going to carry on the same legacy of sociopath like the father did, though. Thankfully. And Fitzgerald goes back to her job. I liked her. She was good. She was great. She had a great voice, like a snake charmer. Kind of reminded me of, I don't know, like the snake in Jungle Book or something. Kind of a slithery way of talking. Like a charming. It's like she was hypnotizing you with her voice all the time. I don't know. I can't do it. Can't do it justice. I can't do it. But she was great. And she reminded me kind of like an Amanda Waller. Like a skinnier Amanda Waller. She would have been interesting in the role as well. Although Viola Davis is just perfect. You can't really beat that. But this lady does have that coldness within her. But Amanda Waller, you believe she could actually take them on. Like, she has a confidence and a terrifyingness about her that this lady would have to work on a bit. But I bet you she could have put it off too. Anyway, that's what it reminded me of. And yeah, that was the freaking show, man. It was really, really good. And it's so sad. I really wanted him to be in this. And I think that they did that really well. They did that so well. You really wanted him to come on top, but it's not going to happen. You think there's any redemption down the road for him? I don't think so. He killed somebody, and pretty much they got it now. They got him on it now. Only thing, what about the hammer, though? What did they say about that? You didn't get rid of the hammer? Oh, you didn't get rid of it in the first place or something? Because yeah, if the hammer hadn't shown up, oh shit! I just realized what it was because Fitzgerald realized that she screwed them. Well, they have the hammer in the freaking house. So what do you think they're gonna do with it? So, he's screwed. If he had gotten rid of the hammer, they might have had a case that could have been saved. I like how even Fitzgerald was defending that because she's a lawyer and it's not about helping the person so much as winning her case. But the other lady isn't a good person either. She was smiling. She had satisfaction about getting that on her, because she wanted to make a win on Miss Fitzgerald, who's such a big time lawyer and everything. None of those lawyers are really depicted as a good person. They're just trying to win their case with whatever it is. I mean, the prosecutor had some more heart, I guess. She felt terrible Miguel going on the stand and all that stuff, but she still takes pleasure out of winning this case like everybody else does. It's still, there's an entertainment factor. She's disconnected from the real situation. But anyway, that is the show. I'm doing thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next thing, which will be, if anyone's still watching, thank you very much. I am watching next 9 Perfect Strangers. This just came out on Hulu, I believe. And Nicole Kidman's on that too. So I guess I'm going to be continuing my Nicole Kidman binge watch or whatever this is. That looks great. Looks like some kind of a mysterious horror situation going on with these people. Who are these people? Why are they there? That's the next thing I'm watching. Yeah. Also, Yellow Jackets is coming up sometime in November. That looks really amazing. I can't wait to watch that. I will see you guys later. Next thing, whatever. Bye.